Hello everyone, my name is Pooja Tandon. I hope you like my CV video. And as I mentioned in my CV video, I'm good at a language called Python. So when people hear about Python, usually think that it's all restricted just to the IT industry. But here's what. It's not just restricted to the IT industry, it can also be applied in the business ventures. To discuss that today, I want to mention how Python can be used in different business applications. The first point I would like to talk about is data analysis. Data analysis is one of the areas where Python can be used in the business applications. So, how can you undertake the data analysis? Let's talk about it. So basically what Python does is that it analyzes the data in a business. So now you have a business, so definitely you have a product or a service that you're offering to the audience or the customers. So what basically happens here is that with the help of Python, you basically understand customers' purchasing behavior. That is, what are the products that the customer buys together, or what products does the customer purchase together. It also helps in the sale trends. What are the current trends in the sales? Like example, the competitors that you have maybe are offering this type of sales strategies. So you can basically know that what is the ongoing trends in the world, and so with the help of Python, which will eventually lead in your business's profit. So this is one of the points how Python can be applied here and would lead to your business's profit. Another way Python can be applied in a business is through finance analysis. So what is finance analysis? This is basically analyzing revenues that have been generated in the business. Also, it helps in forecasting whether that particular product or service that your business is offering will lead to a loss or to a profit. So here's you can understand with this that Python is really good at the financial analysis of your business and not just the IT part, right? You can also use tools like YFinance, Pandas to import in your Python so that you can carry out such activities easily and make sure that you forecast your business profit and loss beforehand. So one of the most important and common points that I would like to talk about also would be web development. So Python can be used here too, and I think this is one of the points that everyone is aware of. It's the most common applications of Python. So here Python can be used in order to create the websites so that the company can carry out its buying and selling of the product or service online. And as you know, right now the world is literally moving around online. Everything is online. Everything is just about technology. So this helps your product to reach out to a vast range of audience, which will help the products to be available all around the world, and which would lead to your product publicity and eventually will lead to profit in your business. So the last point that I would like to talk about is customer service. This is one of the major points also that I would like to talk about how Python can be applied in a business. So what is customer service? That's basically how you are interacting with your customers in order to solve any query or complaints or any of the questions that they ask or have with your business ventures. What Python does here is that it creates a chatbot. What is a chatbot? This is basically going to answer your questions, all the queries, all the complaints that the buyer has just online. So you don't have to hire different people to basically answer or like attend to all those queries that your buyers will have. All that job will be just done with that single chatbot. The chatbot is going to answer to the queries, to the complaints, or any other further questions that your buyer or the customer has regarding the product or service that you're offering. You can use different frameworks or data sets to train your chatbot so that it works according to your needs. as per your company's products and services, so that the chatbot is able to answer to the queries and complaints accordingly. I would like to show you all one of the chatbots that I created in my final year. It was a chatbot for student career guidance. So I would like to show so that you know what exactly Python does. So here we go. Okay, so let's look at the chatbot that I've created. I'm going to open the app Visual Studio Code, where I've done all the required coding of my chatbot. So as you can see here, this is my style.css, where I've done all the required coding for styling the chatbot. This makes it look more attractive and appealing to the eyes of the users. Then this is the Python coding that I've done. Here I've basically imported the Flask, and then I've also used an OpenRouter API key. And then here I imported a model called Llama, which was a already trained data set. Instead of using data sets to train my model, which I have to use and train it, I just used already trained model so that it makes my work easier. You can get many of it on the OpenRouter website. And then this is in the index.html page, and then I have the JavaScript. I've also included JavaScript in making this chatbot. So now to give a look at the chatbot, I'm going to open the chatbot from here. Okay, so as you can see, this is my chatbot. It says, "Hi there," and here I imported a model called Llama, which was a already trained data set. Instead of using data sets to train my model, which I have to use and train it, I just used already trained model so that it makes my work easier. You can get many of it on the OpenRouter website. And then this is in the index.html page, and then I have the JavaScript. I've also included JavaScript in making this chatbot. So now to give a look at the chatbot, I'm going to open the chatbot from here. Okay, so as you can see, this is my chatbot. It says, "Hi there, what would you like to know about your career?" As I mentioned before, this chatbot is a career guidance chatbot, but you can make any type of chatbots that is related to your business, and it will answer the questions accordingly. So it says that now I'm going to ask a question to this chatbot very quickly. I can say, what are some of the universities in Dubai maybe? So let's ask. Okay, you see, I've asked the question, now I'm waiting for the reply. My chatbot's name is Career Lido. As you can see, it gave a reply. I didn't have to do anything manually. As a user, I just asked it a question, and then the chatbot gave me the reply itself. So you can see it replied, some of the universities are like University of Dubai or Zayed University and so on. It listed some of the universities in Dubai. So this is how a chatbot basically works. Instead of you keeping an employee that does all this work and then you have unnecessary employments for just this little job, you can just create this chatbot using Python, and then the chatbot will do the entire work that the human was supposed to do. I hope you all enjoyed this video and it was really informative. The purpose of this video was just to let you all know that Python is not just restricted to the IT industry but can be applied to a vast range of areas. So with this note, I would like to sign off, but before that, if you have any other queries or any other topics that you would want me to talk on, you can leave it in the comment section below. So Pooja Tandon, the Python developer, signing off.